Hi Taurus, welcome to your general messages for the first 2 weeks of May. Hope you guys are doing great. Remember, these messages are general. Take what resonates, throughout the rest. Don't try to make it fit. Definitely check your rising sign, moon sign, and Venus sign, especially when we talk about the nodal energies. You guys do have on June 5th the lunar eclipse in Sagittarius is going to be happening in your 8th house for those of you who are Taurus risings. It's going to be, you're going to feel it less so if you're Taurus moon, Venus, or Sun. Okay, very important to understand that first house energy, right, when we work in the astrology. So I'm going to be time stamping for the career read. We're going to start with relationship. And what does it mean to have the lunar eclipse in that 8th house of other people's resources? That's debt, that's taxes, that's money coming from passive income. So it's like inheritance, resource money, investment, your partner's money. It also rules intimacy, deep intimacy. Not the act of sex, that's 5th house energy. 8th house energy is that soul connection when you experience that with somebody, right? That deep intimacy. So there's going to be a revisiting of that. Now keep in mind, you guys work in tandem with Scorpio, right? So Scorpio has this going on in their 2nd house of resources, and then you guys in 8th house of other people's resources, other people's money, and how it impacts you. So we're going to have the 2nd house, 8th house dynamic. So there's going to be this sort of overlay the first 2 weeks of June. For the next 3 months, actually, after that, having to do with this idea, this dynamic of the 2nd house of resources, 8th house having to do with other people's money and that deep intimacy, right? 2nd house is really things that you value very deeply, right? You guys have been doing so much changing the past 3 months, really, so much. I mean, 6 months, yeah, but especially the past 3, for sure. Lots of changes going on for you guys. So let's see, let's roll the dice for our Taurus friends having to do with relationship. Love it when you get yourself. Moon. And then we have this in the 9th house. Okay, 9th house. Belief system. Feeling deep. Ooh. Taurus, you're going to be very introspective right now. Very introspective. Right? And you're going to be very introspective about when you have this energy in yourself, you're really thinking about how do you feel about yourself, what is going on. And because you're working in tandem with Scorpio, that 2nd house energy, I don't want to get too confusing. I am going to be doing, my regular full astrology video though for June in a couple of, by the end of the week, I should get it out. So definitely check that out. I go more into detail with it, but 2nd house has to do with, what you value. So you are going to be questioning your sense of self-worth. You're going to be very deeply introspective with the moon energy, as the moon is a feel, right? Moon does rule Cancer. It's that place of safety. And then we have you, right? It's just going to be all about yourself and your belief system. I mean, this 9th house is just like this heavy belief system. And what's interesting is the 9th house is ruled by Sag, which is where the South Node is. So you're going to be very pushed to think about your belief system, right? In relationships and what it is that you see for yourself and how it is that you think they should look. What should they be like, right? So coming into this energy, recent past, and that could be last week, last year, 3 years ago, whoever's in your energy field right now, we have the 9 of Cups energy. So this is coming from a space of feeling like, this is really not going to end up being what I thought it was, right? Jupiter and Pisces in reverse, it's like, yeah, there's not going to be any forward movement here. This is not what I dreamed about, being in that space. And right now, the current situation of the relationship, not just you, but of the relationship, we have the Ace of Coins reverse that's crossed by the 3 of Coins reverse. So the Ace of Coins reverse does indicate there not being a new beginning. And it's because there's not anything to build on, right? Because the Three of Pentacles, now this could be an issue with money. So this is Mars and Capricorn energy. Capricorn does work. So work can be an issue where the work is not there. So you can't have this new path. And that became a real issue within this connection. For others of you, it's just this recognition that something that you thought was going to move forward in a certain way ends up not moving forward in the way that you thought, and they're just not being the energy to build, right? When we're dealing with a relationship and we have coin energy, it has to do with mental, physical, and emotional connection. So that kind of covers the whole gamut, right? It has to do with shared resources. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely going to be an issue for you guys, right? Because of the, again, the lunar eclipse that's happening in your 8th house, which has to do with other people's resources. But it can also just be the way you communicate. It could also be your deep intimacy, right? That having been an issue where maybe you didn't feel comfortable within yourself to be 100% open and authentic, right? When you guys were intimate, or you felt like they weren't being that way, just that idea could be a challenge. So as the crowning energy, we have Strength reverse, and as the foundation, we have the Six of Wands. So the Strength reverse just indicates that the ego is at play right now. Whenever we have the Strength energy, which is about doing something scared, right? It's about being front and center, putting yourself out there, having a good time, right? Because the Strength card it's a Leo energy, and Leo's that 5th house of fun. Leo is about, the 5th house energy is about, what you do with your partner on a Sunday through Monday kind of thing, how you guys connect. It's the act of sex. It's not actually the intimacy of the 8th house. It's going to the movies. Oh, who's going to the movies anymore? Nobody. They're not, hopefully they'll bring back the drive-ins. But however it is that you guys connect, watching movies at home, cooking together, whatever it is, your day-to-day, there being some sort of ego issue with, that not being where you would like it to be, Taurus, if that makes sense, where you would very much like to connect in a stronger way, Sunday through Monday, but the thing, Monday through Sunday rather, but ego is an issue here. So somebody's ego is getting in the way. Now we have as the foundation the Six of Wands. I like this because this is all about success. And this is about respect, and it's about being respected. So, that is the energy that I'm getting here. It's Jupiter and Leo. So we have a positive, energy of Leo. Lots of Leo energy here. We have, positive for Leo, which I do like, right? And it's Jupiter, which is all about luck and expansion. So I do feel like there's heavy Leo energy here that's needing to be tempered. Somebody needs their ego stroked. There needs to be some sort of give and take there, it does seem like. I like that representing you right here is the Judgment energy, because this is Pluto. It's about transformation. But what's great about the Judgment card is it's about forgiveness through change. And you reflecting on a situation that happened within this relationship and knowing that you behaved and carried yourself exactly the way your integrity called you to. You're going to feel like you did the right thing. You're not going to feel like you did anything shady. You're going to feel very comfortable in the choices that you made within this connection. But this also tells me you're also not going to allow yourself to hold on to anything, because there's healing here, there's recognition, and there's change. The energy external to you is the Six of Coins, and this is about give and take. So this does indicate to me that somebody is in your life that really wants to work with you. What do you need? What do they need? Whether it's money, mental, physical, emotional connection, it doesn't matter. This does indicate, really wanting to make that happen. So I do like that, since we do have this lack of movement forward here because of ego, And then here, there's going to be some sort of healing. There's going to be recognition. Conversation is going to be happening, whatever it is. Okay, so you guys are going to have the conversation. Now, your fear is the Queen of Wands in reverse. So wands are a motivation to move forward. So your fear is that things are not going to move forward at least not in the way that you would really envision, ultimately for yourselves, right? This is a Pisces and Aries energy. When I say ultimately, because of Pisces there, Pisces has to do with what are you dreaming about, right? What is it that you really want for that new path? And you feeling very intuitively, honestly, Taurus, that it's not going to happen. So feel like you were together. Ego was an issue. Somebody commanded respect. There was the conversation. Some healing happened. You guys were like, all right, we're going to have each other's back. But you were intuitively feeling like, something's just not cool here. Something's not okay. And then we have the Eight of Swords energy. It's the Eight of Swords in reverse, Jupiter and Gemini. So this is you having a conversation with yourself. And listen, this tells me, though, Taurus, that this is an interesting energy because it's Jupiter and Gemini. And Gemini here are the swords. It's the air. It's the communication. Jupiter is about luck and expansion. So, in the upright, it's you in this self kind of ruminating conversation where you're like, all right, I have to think this out. How am I going to help this relationship be successful, right? Because it is a relationship read. Like, what's best for me? What's best for them? What's best for the relationship? You being in that space, right? But in the reverse, it's an interesting energy because you can't tap into that. And it's like almost like you're doing this sort of self-manipulation without even realizing it, where you're not seeing the full truth of something. And I know you guys aren't going to like that I'm saying that, but there is some sort of full truth that either exists and you don't really want to look at it because it's uncomfortable for you, or about this person that you're dealing with, or it could even be a truth about yourself. Whatever it is, it's something that you don't want to look at. And then we have in the near future the Three of Swords, which is a Saturn and Libra energy. This can indicate a third-party relationship, but it certainly does not have to be. It's Saturn in Libra. Saturn's a hell of a lot more than a third party. It's pain. This is the card of pain. This is like restriction in relationship. Saturn is about restriction, karma, lessons, structure. It's not easy. This is not an easy energy, okay? There's delay here. Libra does rule the 7th house of relationships. Libra is about fairness. Libra is ruled by Venus, which is about love and self-esteem. So there's some sort of pain or betrayal that's gone on here, or that will go on, okay, that ends up rising up to the surface. And now this is the thing, when we have, you have to understand that when we have this particular lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, which is a fire energy, there's going to be conflict, right? There's going to be conflict. Things that are very, very, have a very strong foundation are going to go through some challenges, but they're going to make it and be even stronger on the other side. Those of you who are in a situation where the foundation is not strong, and if you're in it with somebody who's strong, you're going to know if you're in it with somebody equal, in as far as commitment to you. You got to be honest about that, though. Really with yourself, because it's terrible when, one person is far more committed to the relationship than somebody else. Like, you could be 100% in it with both feet, and they're in it, 60% with one foot out dangling who knows where. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, for those of you who are in that situation, you guys are going to be put in a situation where you're going to really need to understand what needs to be let go of or changed, because there is pain that needs addressing here. The Three Swords, one is you, one is your partner, and that third sword is anything external that is giving you pain, right? It's some sort of truth. So it could be a third-party situation. It could be the reality of a financial situation. It could be somebody just, feeling distant from you and just wanting to end things for like no real reason that you can identify. But whatever it is, it incites this feeling of betrayal, right? So I do see this being an issue here. Being some sort of truth that's coming out in June that needs to be looked at. Mm-hmm. Yet the Nine of Coins is the wish fulfillment card, and then we have the King of Swords in reverse. So when we have the King of Swords in reverse, it's a Capricorn and Aquarius energy in reverse. Capricorn's ruled by Saturn. Aquarius is doing things different. This is also, you know, this is an air energy. Whenever we have an air energy reverse, you always have to be careful of manipulation. So because it's a core card, I'm going to say if it's a person, because it's a core card, I'm going to explain it as a person or an energy. If this is a person that you were dealing with, this is somebody who was really just not willing to put the work in a way that needs to be different than how things have been going. And, you know, while they're not being very agreeable, there's some manipulation at play. But you very much would love for things to work out with this person because they are your wish fulfillment. But the Ace of Wands in reverse, this indicates, first of all, that this person can be very shady. The Three of Swords. You know, the Wands is a, you know, it's a phallic symbol, right? And in reverse, it can indicate, doesn't always, right? But one of the understandings is that it does indicate not moving forward in something new or somebody who is cheating with somebody new. Okay, so it's going to resonate with you guys differently. Four of Swords is you're going to know that you need to move on. You're going to know it, right? Jupiter and Libra. You're going to take a rest. You're going to take a chill pill. You're going to reflect on the past, look for the lessons, but you're going to know that you need to move on because you're recognizing that you have not been treated very fairly. So Justice energy, Libra. Right? Libra rules the 7th house of relationships. You're being like, you know what? This did not make me feel good. I want to feel good. And when I'm in something, and you just not being willing. Uranus in reverse. You're just like, no, I'm not willing to do this anymore. I'm not willing to get on this roller coaster anymore. I'm not willing to do it. Yeah, not willing to do it. So I do see that there's some sort of shady behavior going on with something and you feeling ultimately disrespected and you not being, and it's not going to be easy for you because this person was your wish fulfillment. So you're going to give yourself a chance to heal and really find the lessons. But I don't see you moving forward with this person right now. I just don't. Not now. I mean, guys, this is only for the first 2 weeks of June, you know, but I don't see it happening there. I just don't. Yeah, and remember, guys, that I feel like this is especially relevant. I feel very strongly. I'll tell you what I'm getting for Taurus risings more than anything else, especially those of you of Taurus risings. Guys, always check your, especially if you're for a relationship, always check your rising sign. Always. And your Venus. And if you know your chart, check the relationship placements. If you know it's on your 7th house, if you know it's on your 5th house, if you know it's on your 8th house, check those. Does it seem like a lot of work? Well, you know what? You get the most messages that way, though. To just check your sun sign, you're doing yourself a disservice. You really are. It's like one room. It's your ego consciousness, it's your core, but it doesn't dictate everything. I'm going to do a separate video on that. Career, Taurus. Career. Oh, you guys have been going through with career, right? Career or not career, right? What do I want to do? Kind of thing. Do I want to keep doing this? Do I want to do something different within it? What do I want to do? Libra, Uranus, 5th house. You want to do something that's really tickling your funny bone a hell of a lot more, that you feel really connected to in a very fair way, right? Because we have Libra, we have Uranus, which rules the future. It rules technology. It rules, It rules doing things different than you are right now. Fifth house is the house of fun. It's the natural home of Leo, which is ruled by the sun. It's what you do for fun, but it's what you do for fun, but where you can also actually end up making money at it, right? So it's very cool in that way. But Uranus is about, like, this energy supports you breaking through the boundaries of self-imposed limitations and building something brand new from the ground up. So your ideas are really going to be popping. It's time for you to just not be scared. Really throw caution to the wind and let things happen right now. Yeah, because your creative energy is just really primed to be channeled into an activity that truly lights you up. Like, truly. What do you like to do that carries with you that vibration of falling in love? And if you're thinking that you're not creative and you can't relate to that, really put yourself in that space of being asked out to do something that you really, really love to do. Where does your mind go straight out of the gate? And is there something that you can end up creating as far as a money-making opportunity having to do with what it is that you feel that love for? Yeah, and then we have Libra. I mean, hello, it's time to reclaim your personal power. Any place you may have been giving it away for free in the name of being nice, you need to cut that out, because your needs matter. Absolutely. So coming into this in the recent past, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So this could be an individual that you were dealing with, or it could just be you or a general energy. So let's understand it from all three perspectives. The Queen of Swords is a Virgo and Libra energy. Virgo is about, Virgo is a work hard, right? Because it's, it's a pentacle energy, it's ruled by Mercury. And Libra is about what's fair, right? So, and in the reverse, you could have been, this tells me that you were in a space in the past where you were in a job where you felt like you were being treated really, really unfair by a particular person. If this is a general influence, you feeling like you were just not going to have what it is that was going to speak to you attaining your personal power and what it is that you really saw for yourself, right? If it was a general influence. Situation right now, Ace of Cups, so no new job offers coming in right now. And it's being crossed by the devil, dare I say. Perhaps this devil energy is called COVID-19. Perhaps. We do have to be very realistic, guys, within the cards and the energy of what's happening here. The devil energy is an imbalance, right? It's the presentation of an imbalance that's getting in the way, right? So this can be an addiction or an imbalance that you're nursing, having to do with anything. An imbalance could have to do with any sort of substance abuse, anything to do with, from drugs to alcohol to food to money to even untreated situation with severe anxiety, depression, fear of abandonment, fear of, whatever it is that's so big that's getting in the way of your career. Okay. Devil energy also does indicate like greed, right? And a lot of egotism as well. And that is crossing the ability for this new beginning. But I do also want to say that I would understand the pandemic as a very good example of imbalance. It has created this sort of, just very visceral shift of our world, right? And that really is very much of a devil energy. Now, as the crowning energy, we have the Six of Wands reverse, and this does indicate a lack of success. If you continue doing whatever it is you're doing now, or whatever it is that you were doing, you are not meant to be on that path. You were not going to get the respect that you needed, and there was not going to be success. You just weren't, right? And then we have as the foundation, the King of Cups. So if this is you, Libra and Scorpio, this is you just really tapping into this feeling of something being super unfair and recognizing that the transition has to happen, Now, it is a Scorpio energy, and Scorpio does rule things that are underneath things that are hidden, not in a Neptunian 12th house way, but more like these visceral things that you're feeling underneath, okay, are going to start coming to the surface, and you're going to really need to start looking at them, Taurus. You're not going to be able to hide from your feelings anymore, and you're going to need to really be very honest about what it is that you want for your life to to bring balance back into your life in the way that really resonates with you. Now, representing you right now, we have the Five of Swords. I think this is an interesting energy to have for you, having to do with career, right? Because this is a Venus and Aquarius energy. And while 5 is conflict, the Five of Swords is more like a conversation, right? And it's because it's Venus and Aquarius, and Venus is connected to money. It's one of the money planets, also self-esteem, right? And what you value. Aquarius is ruled, right? Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, which is right here. So Aquarius is, doing something different, doing something out of the box, having a different approach. Now, you may have an Aquarius in your life or an Aquarius rising in your life that's helping you out, that's helping you gain clarity, right, and within your career. But at the very least, it's you recognizing that your truth is you have to do something different than what you've been doing. And this is very challenging to put into like a pragmatic implementation forward in your life, because of many things, because of the pandemic, because of the different world that we live in right now. But right now, it's important that you focus less on the how is it going to happen, and more on the what exactly is it that you see yourself doing that's different. And then research from there. You research from there. I don't know. I feel like there's technology involved in this. I'm just feeling it intuitively, and then we get it from the dice. And I see it's something that you really enjoy. There's definitely something very creative here. I mean, you guys are ruled by Venus. Anything having to do with the 5 senses. But I feel that very strongly. Depends what else is on your 10th house as well. Your 10th and your 2nd. And then we have the external energy to use, the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is a Scorpio and Sag energy. So if this is a person, this could be somebody coming in who's offering you this fabulous new opportunity to move you forward. Because Scorpio is the ending of a cycle as simultaneously as a beginning. And Sagittarius is about moving forward with integrity. In a very passionate way, though, in a way that really speaks to you, in a way that you're going to be like, yeah, this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm feeling really excited about it. So this is great. If that is a person, this is somebody actually coming in and offering you something. If this is an energy, just a general influence, Scorpio and Sag is just this understanding that things need to be different, that you need to figure out something different for your career in order to move yourself forward. And this is, I feel like, on the heels of the 5 of Swords, you really working through what that actually means for you. Your fear position is that you're stuck. The 8 of Cups, you are stuck as I don't even know what kind of like simile I want to say, but anyway, you're very stuck in not being able to totally put to rest something that you were doing in the past, or even if you're not feeling very energetically, emotionally connected to what it was that you were doing, you're having a really hard time accessing and solidifying some sort of new idea, but because you're scared. You're really scared. I mean, you're a Taurus energy. Safety matters to you. So, Taurus energy typically aren't the biggest risk takers. They like to kind of know, and I don't blame you. You want to know beforehand, like, what's up, what's going on. Because you guys are about safety, you're about money, you're about what makes sense, right? You are like that solid earth energy, and you're going to be having it in that 8th house. So you're going to want things to, when I say that, I mean the lunar eclipse. And then we have the Emperor energy. Oh, I like this. I do like this. Yes. This does indicate a new job opportunity. This is very, very benefic. Something coming to you. It is so your truth, and you're going to be really, really excited about it. So the Emperor is somebody who, first of all, can be trusted, who's super wise, who's a leader. The Emperor is Aries, and it's interesting because a lot of people are like, well, Aries is a baby of the zodiac. Like, what do you mean wise? Well, there is wisdom in like this level of untarnished approach, right? There is this ability to align things, to create a new path. There's a creative energy about this, creating a new path that ends up being really positive for you. So this can be you, or this can be somebody who's offering you something. Either way, it doesn't really matter. There's a newness here, and it's really positive. And what I love about the Emperor energy is that it can be trusted. It's a beautiful, trusting, true blue, faithful kind of energy. And then we have in the near future the King of Wands. So who doesn't want some King of Wands in their career? Yes. Come on. We want this in everything. This is Cancer and Leo. Cancer is about safety and Leo is about being excited and having that fire in your belly. So this is about doing what you really want to do and being safe doing it. And when I say safe, meaning you have what you need. You like where you're going. It's that metaphorical home space. You're like, yeah, this is it. This is where I'm supposed to be. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I like it, man. This is a great, great career read for you guys. You're not feeling it yet, all right? Give it time. Give it a minute. This is for the first 2 weeks of June. The energy is going to be shifting. We have the lunar eclipse happening, and then on the 21st we have the solar eclipse happening, and we have Mercury coming out of retrograde in Gemini, and then Venus coming out of retrograde in Gemini, and we have Mercury going into retrograde in Cancer. We have a lot of stuff popping in June. So, wait, hang in there. There's a shift happening for you. So I do like this for you guys. Just stay open to everything, right? Don't let your fears get in your way. All right, good stuff, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'm going to be getting that astrology video out for June in a couple of days, as well as that Black Moon Lilith video that I've been promising you guys. Okay, until then, be safe. Bye-bye.